Drills Talk, episode 86. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 reasons you should play chess instead of checkers. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled Thinking 2 Steps Ahead. Too many times we go into something without thinking it through. We're not even 1 step ahead. We just know that we want to do this. And then we get there, there's some adversity waiting for us, and we have no idea what to do because we didn't think about it. We're playing checkers. We're just having fun out there. We don't have a game plan at all. And that's why most of the things that we want to do don't work out. Let's get this together right now. It's another Drills production.
Created by the great wizard of the New World.
Drills Talk, episode 86. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 reasons you should play chess instead of checkers. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, share, comment, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here, we're an entrepreneurship-based channel. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, a new Drills Talk. Every Friday, a new beat, an instrumental produced by yours truly to help you bring in that weekend. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is to learn to limit your options. Limiting your options allows you to make a decision a lot better than having tons of them. So I know a lot of people, you will run into an issue or some sort of problem and you're saying, okay, well, there's so many different ways I can go. That's the issue. Okay, well, what you need to do is pick 3 ways, 3 max, and then knock off 1 and then pick the best out of those 2. This is going to allow you to make the best decision. You're not going to be scatterbrained thinking about all these other things that could happen, all these other possibilities. You're going to stick to one thing only. And that's going to allow you to drill down into that one thing to where you know you're making this decision. This is what you're going through. This is what you could potentially go through. This is some of the potential hurdles that you can encounter. That's going to allow you to go in a lot more confident than being stuck because you have so many different choices. Or some people have a problem with not having that many choices and don't know that they're actually in a beneficial situation to only have 1 or 2 choices, because you can cut that fluff out immediately because there is no fluff and go into drilling down and making sure you're prepared for what you're getting yourself into. It's not a problem. It's basically choosing the lesser of the 2 evils. Okay, fine. But imagine having to choose between 10 of them. How long would that take? How long would you be stuck? It's a benefit. Keep your options small. Number 2 is time management. No paralysis by analysis. And that's what we discussed before, having too many choices. It can drive us nuts. We understand that once we dwindle down into 2 choices and we choose 1, now we're going to go deep into that. We're not going to try to go 1 question deep into 10 different things. It's a waste of time. It's not efficient. We are not helping. We're not playing chess that way. To be smart and to play chess is to have a plan. To have a plan is to not waste time because you have that plan. There's no reason to sit and look around and be stuck. So with your time management and playing chess, you know for sure exactly what you want to do. You know your game plan. The only thing that's going to stop you is an unforeseen issue. And it should be a lot less unforeseen issues because you sat and thought about what was going on and drilled down. But also, if there's an unforeseen issue and you have a very efficient way of problem solving because your time management is on point, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, yeah, I ran into 2 problems that I knew were coming, and then this 3rd one came, I wasn't ready for it. But my plan allowed me to adjust and deal with that. So say you are playing an actual game of chess and you have a plan and you're 3 moves in and everything's working, and then they hit you with this move and no one's ever did that move on you. You don't know where that came from. Now, you can ignore that and try to continue what you were doing, but the smart thing to do would be to retreat and then start another attack. And that's what you got to do in life sometimes. It's a new, hurdle in front of you. It's a lot higher than you thought it would be. You're coming up on it way sooner than you thought. You could try to jump over, but it's probably best to slow it down and go around. You got to do that. That's time management. It's way more efficient than trying to jump, missing it, falling, hurting yourself, and then having to walk for a while. Slow down, dodge it, and keep on going. Number three. Number three is optimal decision making. Optimal decision making. Yes, the time management is there, but you're making good choices. You know what I mean? Like we just discussed before. Okay, well, that hurdle is something that I probably, if I saw coming, could probably get it, jump over it. I didn't see it coming. I'm way too close. The smart thing to do is to slow down. The smart thing to do in life a lot of times is to slow down, assess the situation, make a decision, and then go back full force into it. But we don't do that. Most of the time we say, okay, well, this was the plan. This is what I jumped into. So we just got to run right into that hurdle, or we got to run right into that roadblock. We got to hurt ourselves because this is the plan that we were on. That's not an optimal decision that you just made. That's a bad decision. That's okay, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. That's checkers. That's not chess. We're thinkers now. We're doing something that's going to be beneficial. We're making the best decision. We're making the optimal decision. We're making the efficient, timely decision. And when you try to do that every time, it gets easier. It becomes what you do. So it's not as much as it may sound like right now. It's like, oh my goodness, I got to have a plan. I got to think. I got to be ready to change it. It sounds like a lot, but when you practice it, it's just the way of life. It's the way you do it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And the better you get at it, the easier it is to deal with life's problems. So get to it. Number four. Number four is confidence in future scenarios. This is a natural thing. Just like in life, when you deal with something, let's say something broke in your house and you fixed it, you have a little more confidence facing that next thing that breaks in your house. When you deal with a problem in life and you get through it, that next problem, of course, you don't want it. But when it comes, you're comparing it to the other problems you've already solved, because that's where you're going to get your confidence to go and bust through that problem, because it's like, I've done this before. And the longer you never do it, the longer it takes to ever get that confidence, because you're not out there doing anything. You're just making bad decisions to where, okay, well, yeah, I mean, I could make this decision, but the last 3 decisions I made set me back, and I don't know, maybe I'm just a bad decision maker. Now you're beating yourself up, letting the world beat you up. That's not how you play chess. That's not the best way. That's not thinking 2 steps ahead. Thinking 2 steps ahead was, okay, I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to execute the plan. If something happens, this is what I'm going to do. A future in that scenario is, okay, well, every time I go into something, I have a plan and I leave room to where if I have to adjust, I can adjust. So you're not scared of that unknown, because that's what we're scared of most of the time, is the unknown. What's going to happen? Well, we're not psychics. All we know is that we're going to put our best foot forward and set ourselves up for success. And you do that 80-90% of the time, you come through on top. And if you don't, you try again with an 80 or 90% chance of success. What's there to lose? Drills Talk, episode 86. These were the top 4 reasons you should play chess instead of checkers. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.